smithing something that just turns into the box halfway through.
He falls into the forge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
not
first time
getting
that's
him.
happened.
Also, something that needs to be done at some point, probably not right now if we don't want to, is look for secret passages, because all bases have some.
Yep.
You know,
Sure.
we don't want them coming back through some secret hideout and just murder us all.
The same could also probably be said on the fortification outside to make sure there's no, like, other ways through those.
Yeah.
I mean, does Jin Zeros know any people who would be good to have here? Like, does he have any contacts with people who have some sort of decent?
Jin Zeros will shake his head sadly and say, "No, I separated all of my contacts whenever I went on my quest for redemption and salvation. Everyone that I keep up with currently are followers of Tamara, goddess of love and mercy. I don't think they'd be what you're looking for."
Huh. Alright. Well, I suppose we should be... Sorry?
I had nothing.
We should be sorry? What?
Oh, we should... I thought someone was going to say something, but... yeah. I guess we should go to the flesh market then to buy some people.
Flesh market. Yeah, sure.
All right. I like this. I'm hoping like Gryph comes back and you guys are in like the fucking slave market.
I did talk to him. He was like, "I don't care about slave if it's organic people. It's like meat husks you're selling. That's fine. Like cattle." Like, oh my. Apparently, it was an iron golem person who run the place. So
yes, it is. The slave market is run by a sentient iron golem.
As a side note, Gryph's bounty almost pays for this place.
Oh, really? That's
like
true.
It's like 500 gold pieces. That does not cover it.
You know, that'll be his share.
I thought you said it raised higher. Oh well.
Well, it might have lowered.
Also, Fargus would mention wanting to go to the Sylvan Sanctuary at some point.
How about once we've had a good night's sleep?
Yes.
Yeah. We should also maybe we could go to the Beast Mag. You know, I don't know how good sort of people we can get, but if nothing else, then dogs certainly. You know.
If nothing else, to alert us that someone's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good actually.
And maybe Fargus can even like communicate with them or something.
You can try to like train them if you don't want to buy like already trained animals.
Yeah, we just find stray dogs in Druid.
Just like catch them and chain them up.
Fargus is
barking constantly as they eat each other and stuff like that.
Do you have a background in training dogs?
No. I mean, I imagine
Druid.
the dogs that are trained here are probably pretty harsh.
I don't think being a druid like hand waves like, well, he's a druid, so clearly he trained dogs to fucking. I trained a squirrel to dance and do backflips as a druid.
No,
I trained a raccoon to like break into like a house and steal a valuable gem and take it out with me. Like, no,
I don't mean really train them, just to tame them basically.
We want them to not eat us.
Yeah,
I guess that's the level of
Fargus the animal whisperer. Well, I suppose for domesticated types of animals, like you could like attempt to do that sort of thing with animals.
It should bark when someone's coming near, and then not eat us.
Damn it! I bought the dog that doesn't bark, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's a mute dog. God damn it!
It's not really training the dogs, just making them like loyal to us, basically.
Well, we don't have a lot of money right now.
I mean, they might like you. There's no telling they're gonna like Tempus when he comes out of the fucking box, though.
Well, that's true, but
Tempus
then I'll just say no, and then it'll do nothing.
Bad.
also, maybe Thomas, when he was a guard, they also employed guard dogs for something. So Fargus's and Thomas's combined efforts might be enough.
Our powers combined, yeah.
I suppose if it's just like fucking dogs, then I wouldn't even make you roll skill checks for that.
I mean, if we have enough money, we might be able to like find a rhino that has like
you could
a
get like
kill
a fucking
command,
you could get like a fucking like hellhound, goddammit, if you had enough money.
Yeah, just money. I still like the rhino though.
What have the priestess feel about hellhound?
You come in here, you see a fucking rhino running towards you. That
There's
Scare
not really
anybody.
enough room for the rhino.
maybe be out in the yard.
So should we just gather some dogs before we leave them?
But
Well, I mean, like, you
now?
can gather
Like, just go out
dogs,
and
but
fight
like,
them? I mean,
you're not gonna be able to like discipline them with no and bad for 5 minutes and be good.
It was more like we'll go and get the people now, and this is a more long term kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Or like go and like buy one in a chain that we can chain up somewhere. But it only really matters because I don't think these people are being as good as these disciplined people. So having something to alert us to trouble would probably be good,
All right.
so we don't get surprised.
Jin Zeros will lead you out of this location where the Blood Drop crew once reigned, and now it is yours, and begin the slow process of leading you all the way across the metropolis. It is most assuredly going to be sun is setting at night by the time you arrive at the slave market.
I mean, that's probably fine if it's a slave market.
Sure,
Yeah.
but someone's gonna try to steal our slaves on the way back.
I mean,
Well, that person might be a corpse.
don't we get some sort of like papers that show that these are our slaves, though?
Do you think they will care?
I mean, I think the slaves would care, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because like, you can only sell them if you have like the papers to own them, and if they're like with someone who's not their master, then they pretty much are up for being killed, right? I think it's pretty much like you're not allowed to flee.
My question here would then end up being, so what are you looking for in a slave?
Like, are we looking for them to
A
actually...
few different things. We need one that can cook.
Yeah.
You don't want to do
Somewhat.
You don't want to do home cooking?
Then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Then we need. Doesn't have to be that one doesn't have to be really be able to do
Cooking
much
and
else.
cleaning.
Guards that have slaves that have skill with bows, if we can find them.
Okay.
So
So,
are we looking for like the big thug criminal kinds of slaves, or are we looking for the slaves who might look like they are good people but in a bad situation? Like, do we just want to have useful people, or do we want to actually take those people that we think might deserve a better life and take those?
I mean, those would be great, but
Yeah,
we
if
also
we
don't
can
want
find
them
them.
to just get like butchered in the night, right?
Yeah, we don't want insane people.
Like we see, we sell 80 old women. We're like not like that. That's not really the bundle we want to subscribe to.
we're going to want at least one,
We want a
non-combatant.
cooking one, a few that can like steward around. Just basically, they don't really need much skills. They can even be pretty young if they need to.
Basically a few
Just to
non-combatants.
like clean stuff.
Yeah, just a few non-combatant cooks, cleaners.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then it would be great to have some who like can handle a short sword or a spear, or like I don't know, like I guess like house guard. That's like a slave type you can get.
An army of children slaves. Yes.
Well, once again, the children slaves would work. I mean, as sad as that is to say.
Guys, we don't have money enough to buy anything.
No, we really don't.
Can we just like buy a standard slave?
What's the crappiest kind we can possibly find?
2 dogs and an old man.
I mean, like a
The old man growls more than
Thomas can train them. It's fine.
at that point there was a lot of like dregs and cast-offs. Like the ones that mentioned there would be like individuals who do have some measure of skill that you're looking for. But if you're just looking for bodies, you could pick bodies up at 5 gold pieces a pop, and they would have
with
like
hands preferably.
with
Yeah,
hands.
if there's one thing that Thomas should be good at, it's training people.
It'd be like
That's
old,
kind of his
it'd be like
thing.
old men and women, disabled individuals who are like missing like fingers or toes or eyes, or they're missing their tongues.
That's pretty good actually.
Yeah, missing tongues is fine. We don't need them to talk.
But you could, if you want bodies with hands, no questions asked. If you know, these scarred people, heavily scarred, who might not be able to talk to you. You could
brooding wizards want bodies.
say yes. You can make your own slaves. Essentially, we're gonna put you guys in the make your own slave workshop for 5 gold pieces a pop.
Nice.
So long as they don't have any skills of merit other than being alive and warm with eyes, so that they can theoretically look around your place.
Alright, that's good.
And
so,
maybe be able to straighten things. That's 5 gold pieces a person.
So none
and
that are
they are
dying and
basically
none that
not
are missing
good at
eyes.
It's like, imagine like the bad pirate crew. You know, like all maimed and.
This would basically what it'd be like if like you're like running like a draft and you're on your last reserve, so you're pulling in like everyone else that you didn't draft into the draft.
I mean, women can fight,
Bring
and if
in
we
the
take
cannon
the ugly
fodder.
ones, then maybe they're cheaper. You know,
That's true. God,
like this one doesn't have
it's
teeth.
freaking horrible.
That's a.
But no, the slaves that you'd be picking up for 5 gold pieces a pop would not have any combat skills.
Well, we can train them, it's fine.
But the question is if they would actually stand if they were attacked, or just fucking bail.
Well,
Or keel over.
That there's no fucking telling.
Keeling over is also
we give them bows and they can stand.
I mean, to
for-
some degree, all we need is people there so that it looks like it's defended.
yeah.
Effectively, they would have as much skill with using weapons as a wizard does.
Oh, well, that's fine.
So they could use like a staff. They could use like a dagger.
That's pretty shit.
We could just hire a single guy who we then tell to run around and bang on shit, so it sounds like it's really busy.
You could do that. You could also get hirelings instead of like attempting to buy slaves until you get more money. Like
What a hireling's worth.
like well, you know, a mercenary soldier would run you 5 gold pieces per day.
That's gonna see us in a hole very quickly.
Yeah, like 5 of them, and yeah.
So
I mean, we can always get some bodies, right? They don't need to get paid beyond that.
a thug mercenary would run you 1 gold piece per day. A bodyguard would run you 2 gold pieces per day.
I say let's just get like 10 slaves for 5 gold pieces piece.
That's like a third of our money on
That
like.
is.
If we can we make like 10 children then
I mean,
So
for
horrible.
2.5.
we don't want to be
This
stopped
town
from
is turning us into monsters.
Yes, you could get a combination of 6 to 10-year-old boys and girls for 2.5 gold pieces each, and they all would come
Terrible.
with the same scar ideas and like disability things and
God,
you know drug
damn.
addictions because people experimented on them in the past. You could get them 2.5 gold
like
pieces.
the evil wizard layoff crew.
Yes, basically yes.
Man,
Let's not get children.
can we afford not to save them from this fate?
Don't play that card, Malaki. Don't play that one.
God damn you!
This session has taken an amazing turn.
Amazing.
I don't know about amazing.
I mean, then we might as well buy 20, right? For the same price, we get 10 adults.
Oh god.
What are you
I
gonna
don't
do?
think
with
I don't think children are going to be as intimidating as
I mean,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know that this whole hideout thing is kind of a long-term thing, but I don't think it's long-term enough to afford hiring and training children.
No.
we wait
let's
around
just
for
get-
20 years.
Let's just get 10 adults that can stand up and have eyes.
You know, I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
If we're home, we're at least a decent fighting force, and I mean, they do have fortifications to hide behind, like rocks to throw and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So 10 adults that can stand up, have eyes, and are not dying.
Were there any crossbows, Grimith, at the place?
Tempus can make them. I
There
guess.
were a few light crossbows.
Is that something? That's something even a wizard can wield.
Yeah. And Tempus can make more. That's fine.
Tempus will fix everything. I'm sure Tempus has a treasure as well. He never spends his money because it's always a queue. So,
That's like 800 something.
we agree that he pays equal part in this.
No, I can tell you now, he doesn't have 800 gold pieces. I know that much.
Oh.
A single
Leon
tier.
says, rubbing his hands together.
So, wizards can only use hand crossbows without penalty, of which there could be 10. Even light crossbows, they have a penalty to use.
Oh,
I see.
Yes.
Well, let's make some hand crossbows, then we'll get back.
I think there were some already.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There would be enough to staff 10 slaves with eyes and hands.
Mostly
Preferably
legs.
feet.
Like a guy with like a rotten peg leg and
Yeah.
guy
Well,
with
that's
like
fine. They can still fire crossbows.
filed flint rocks for teeth. And
Yes. Yes, we just we're currently still in the build your own slave workshop.
Oh, this is horrible.
so we simply make them, huh? Oh,
well, we're not
man.
gonna force them to work at least. Like,
There's a guy who has like
Workshop.
who doesn't really have hands. He just has like 2 of those pirate hooks.
we're not
on there.
getting him.
Look at him. He is just inbuilt with weapons.
That's true. Actually, he can be the door guard.
Exactly. He can't really hold anything, and so he's pretty cheap.
Have any opposable thumbs?
He only has hooks for hands. He can't even like eat by himself, but that's okay. The people who had him last gave him a ball on the floor. They were really creepy.
We just string meat.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't either. But it's fine.
I have a definite feeling of confusion washing over me.
It's only the guilt of the internet watching you.
Oh yes.
It's okay. The
Now you're
internet-
reminding all the viewers that are going to see this conversation.
I mean, they're gonna love it.
Yeah, they are.
They're gonna be saying, "Why didn't you buy that many slave children?"
What kind of food was there in the place? Is it like easily preparable food, or is it like
We can just make soup. Just put everything.
like stew?
There's gonna be a lot of gruel.
We have made like clay broth.
See, there's a mixture of vegetables and foods. It's a lot of preserved meats and in hard breads.
Yeah, that's fine. Just to make stew. Everyone can.
I mean,
make
most of these shitty slaves. I mean, they probably can't come from even worse places, honestly.
stew. I mean, even
it's-
Fargus knows how to make stew.
A slightly relevant question. Grimith, would you say that Thomas's bartender skill includes cooking?
Would I say that? Would you
Yes.
say that?
Yes, I would say so. Which means that Thomas could teach someone how to cook basic things,
Given a few months.
given a few months.
Cook, I don't know whether he would be the best teacher for it. He could certainly attempt the process. He could
You can
certainly...
give them basic cooking training, can't he?
Like,
there's
first,
something
first he
like-
needs to prove that he can cook well.
You crush oats, put in water, put on pan. Make
How
little
not to
flat
burn
piece of
water.
bread stuff. It's
If
like,
you burn water, then I'm afraid you're out.
take carrot, wash carrot, eat carrot.
Look, keep in mind, you're not buying folks who have standard skills. These are the dregs of society, the bottom of the barrel here.
The ones that need our help.
Yes, we're Timora guy, don't you?
The ones who might
Kitchen.
very well burn water because all the drug testing on their minds by the evil wizard made them a bit absent-brained.
I mean, we're gonna I imagine this is kind of like if you have like a video game story of get that bin with all the used sort of old titles that are scratched and stuff. That's kind of the bin we're looking at here. We're like,
Yes.
this is the standard model, and we're like, can't you have anything cheaper? And he's like, I have kids. Like,
Here's the Dollar General, like marble.
cheaper than that. He's like, I mean, you really got to throw them out, really. Dump it in the bay, but.
Oh god.
You can take 1 for 5.
Yes, basically, these are like the wastes of life who could easily just be killed and no one in the world would care.
Oh.
We care.
I mean, nobody cares if we free them. Then
No, the city does definitely care whether you free them.
yeah, that's a dangerous precedent. Or precedents to make.
Yeah, okay, so we look for people that are not dying, have arms and
They need
eyes,
to
and aren't
be able to
insane.
stand with a spear or something like that. I
Yeah,
mean, I
yeah.
think we're very.
And
We can even
they shouldn't be too
we'll
insane.
buy better ones at some point, but we spend all our money on a nice place to stay. So
Yeah, they can miss like a leg. That's fine, as long as they're
You
not
can go and,
insane or dying. That's
one combat train guy.
That is basically our combinations. Or
And
people.
3 children.
Or if you keep holding out in this discussion, maybe Gryph will actually pop on, and then you can take his
That's
fucking
very
money.
true. We're hoping for here. Fuck, man. I mean, a combat trained one is nice.
Yeah, but we can't afford it now. We can buy that later.
You could technically afford the combat train.
Yeah,
guy.
I put it.
But
That
then we
are
have
combinations. Those are
Person.
combinations.
And 8 normal, like even like more than that. We could buy the combat trained guy and the 10 random.
Yeah, basically like surround the combat trained guy with like a ring of like weak people, and so like
he can train them, right? We give him like these are gonna save your life.
In case of emergency, use him as meat shield.
well, I mean
He's
like
I fucking don't like this.
like he can be combat effective. That doesn't mean he's good at training people.
Well,
You know,
it is
he's
job, so he
better
has
than Dwohurim at this point. So
That's right. They're your slaves, so they will attempt to follow your orders to the best of their abilities, so long as they think they have to.
So long as they think they have to.
Yeah, so should we buy then 1 combat trained guy and then 3 mooks of Greg's?
You know, I'm gonna step away from my computer to get something to drink, because this conversation really needs to continue.
we need an Excel sheet. Man, why do everything have to be so private? What do you guys spend your money on?
Not dying.
Jeez, like potions and stuff.
Yes, potions, oils, runes.
Manaki, I will remind you that last session I gave you one of my big healing potions.
And
That's
saved
like
your life.
100 gold right there.
It is gonna be delicious at some point.
You know, I believe you still got one of my potions.
I have a salvation potion still that I bought early on that I haven't ever used.
Salvation.
Maybe we could sell that for slaves. It gives me a save against an ongoing effect.
Yeah, so we have 4 combinations: a combat trained slave and a normal slave and shark.
I could trade my heroism potion for a trained slave.
So the weird thing here is we can get combat trained kids, right?
Yes, 2 combat trained kids as well.
No, we're not doing that.
Well, I don't want to have to detail like the maimed kids. That's just morbid.
That is. Like we
knew this was gonna be bad from the start.
they're
Like slave trade, man.
you know,
I thought we were just gonna shy away from this place, but here we are.
I mean, we can get
you brought it up more.
we can get a kid that can cook you, maybe. I mean, that's fine.
Cooking kid.
I mean, having a non-maimed kid who is capable of basic things like cooking and cleaning, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then put him in with all like the drug addicts.
That's the problem. That's the problematic bit.
God damn it.
Oh, can't trust those fuckers. That's the problem. They're gonna like PTSD.
We have to chain them up when we're not there, and then they're no use.
Bad dogs. Just like.
Oh, that's true. God.
Aren't there like some nice people that are really unfortunate? Like it's build your own slave, right? Maybe there's like this lady. She's in her like 30s. She doesn't really have teeth anymore, but at least she remembers how to smile.